Hi guys, this is Akhil. Welcome back to Tech YouTube channel. So today we are going to look at how to hire for your startup. This is a very important video, and since it's a very long video, so we have broken it down into 3 different videos. So this is part 1 of that video series. Now, startup employees are very different from your regular corporate employees, and these are people who have a high amount of intrinsic motivation and drive, and in many cases they aren't very great from an academic standpoint. So you need to be very careful in identifying these right resources and hiring them. And this video is basically something that's going to tell you about how to get it done. Now, there are about 5 things that you need to check when you're hiring an employee for a startup. The first is culture, second is skills, third is learnability, fourth is intrinsic motivation, and fifth is long-term vision. These are the 5 things that you'll check. And how you're going to check these things, we're going to share with you right now. These are basically tactics, interview tactics that you need to follow in the process itself. This has to be built into your process so that you're able to identify the right talent. The first is understand where they stand on the Briggs-Myers test. Now, before this, you need to understand the culture of your organization, and you have to understand what kind of people work in your organization, right? And then try to define it with the Briggs-Myers personality type. There are 16 personality types of Briggs-Myers, and then try to identify which is the right employee for your startup. And you can identify like 2 or 3 different personality types from that. You don't have to go for just one. So this is a very important test. Go check it out. It's called the Briggs-Myers personality test. Or the other way you can do this is you can check your current employees, and you can find out what personality type do they kind of come under. So you'll be able to understand the kind of culture that you have in your company and what kind of people thrive in your company. Now, whenever you're hiring somebody, do a Briggs-Myers test, get them through this test, and then understand what type of personality type they are, and that'll really help you to understand whether they're going to gel or going to be very compatible with your company culture or not. The second is give them an assignment with a very tight deadline, or sometimes even give them a very unrealistic kind of a task in the assignment. This will help you test how they work under pressure, and this is a very important skill that you need to test for, because startups are always under constant change, and it's a very dynamic environment. People are under stress all the time. You need to check how they perform under pressure. The third is don't look at their CV much, as in whatever CV they have submitted to you or resume. Don't start by or don't just focus on that. Check on real world scenarios, in the sense ask them what kind of challenges they have solved in the past organization, and check with them, and then ask them to explain deeply, or go into deep with those questions rather than just going into the CV. The fourth is check for empathy and how sensitive they are. Now, these people, the startup employees, they are if there's a scale of 0 to 10, they are about 5 on the sensitivity. They are not very sensitive, and they are not too insensitive as well. They have to have a small amount of empathy, because they should be able to work in a team and should be able to look at things from different people's perspective. But they also can't be very highly sensitive, because that would mean that they probably might break under stress or under very difficult situations, and or they won't be able to take critical feedback. So these were the 4 different tactics that I've shared with you for the interview process. This was the part 1 of the video. There will be 2 more parts, or probably 3 more parts, depending on how long this video is going to be. So do hit subscribe button and wait for the next video tomorrow. I hope this video was very helpful for you. Thanks a lot.